Simple tips to protect your health. Tip number 1. Keep yourself clean. The simplest thing to remember is hand washing can prevent the spread of infection and to stay well and healthy. This according the reports of the United States Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. According to their research, as many as 80% of infections are said to be passed on by unclean hands. So always wash your hands when you have touched something dirty. Wash them especially before eating, before preparing your food, before dressing or even touching a wound. If you have a pet dog or cat, sorry, but you will need to wash your hands also after touching them. After using the toilet, especially mall comfort rooms. There is germs everywhere. Using soap and water in washing hands is more effective than using alcohol-based hand sanitizers. Soap and water is better to use especially if you have visible dirt on your hands. Hand sanitizers can also be used when you cannot get soap and water. This method can eliminate germs according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Soap and water is better for reducing Cryptosporidium, Clostridium difficile bacteria. While alcohol-based sanitizers, particularly those with 60% alcohol or more, can only reduce the number of some germs. It's ideal to use after touching money. Tip number 2. Avoid touching or close physical contact or sharing of utensils with any who have a flu or cold. Their nasal secretion and saliva can pass the disease on to you. Blood-borne diseases like hepatitis and HIVs can be transmitted through already been used intravenous needles and transfusion. Vaccination can be an option to prevent some infections, but a wise person must still take extra care when with someone who has an infectious disease. Tip number 3. Avoid insect bites. Do not sleep or sit outdoors unprotected when mosquitoes or other insect-carrying disease are active. You can use insect repellents or other protective clothing. According to Dr. Thromber, Chief Medical Officer at Now Patient, taking of vitamin B12 can help prevent mosquito bites. Well, it takes a few weeks before this method takes effect, but according to research it works. Tip number 4. Keep your home clean. Keep your home tidy and clean, inside and out. Dirty things left unclean can be a nest for rats, cockroaches and other insects which can carry diseases. Eliminate any places where water can collect. These areas can be a breeding place for mosquitoes. Uncovered foods on the table can attract flies which carries worms or bacteria that can infect the food to be eaten. Uncovered garbage can attract rats which can bring microbes and can cause health problems. Tip number 5. Make sure the vaccinations of your children are up to date and check if yours requires any new ones. So it's good to consult your doctor with these. Different type of vaccines are available like chickenpox vaccine, diphtheria, tetanus, and pertussis vaccine. For hepatitis, there is a hepatitis A vaccine, hepatitis B vaccine. There is also a HIV vaccine, and you can consult a doctor about these vaccines. Tip number 6. Avoid injuring yourself. Obey safety laws when riding a motorcycle. Use a helmet for added protection. When driving a car, always wear a seatbelt and make sure your vehicle is safe to drive. When you get into the car, adjust all mirrors and seats if necessary before placing the key. Obey all speed limits and signs. Tip number 7. Avoid excessive sun exposure, which can cause cancer and other skin diseases. You can use a hat for protecting and shading the face. You can use an umbrella to protect your body from the sun. You can also use a sunblock to protect your skin from the ultraviolet rays. Tip number 8. Keep learning. Public and private institutions in many lands provide literature and safety and health educational programs. Take advantage of these programs, and educate you and your family about the basic ways to improve your health and to avoid endangering it. Always do research and always have an open mind, and be prepared to make simple adjustments. The good habits that you will learn and put into practice may well benefit your children and their children after them. When parents shows a good example in regards to cleanliness, sleep habits, exercise and disease prevention, their offspring are likely to benefit, and that is according to Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6. Tip number 9. Do not give up. Whatever adjustments you need to make, you can get more success by starting gradually and not setting unreachable goals for yourself. Instead of cutting down on less healthy food, try cutting them out. Try going to bed a little earlier and doing a little more extra exercise. Doing something is better than doing nothing. Usually it takes time, like weeks or months, before a new good habit becomes second in nature. If you do not achieve immediate progress from your effort, do not despair. If you persist, despite setbacks, your health will surely improve. So if you like this video tips, please like the video and share this to your friends. If you have questions, please write them in the comments section below and we will enjoy answering them. Thank you.